What's up, Wings fans? Welcome to the Forecheck, live from right here at Little Caesars Arena. I'm Daniella Bruce, joined by your favorite radio broadcaster, Ken Kal. Ken, as always, thank you for joining me.
Great to be here, Daniella. We're looking forward to a good game against who we play next? Montreal. That's right.
It's always fun. Original six matchups are always a blast. But we are a day past the trade deadline, and the Red Wings made some noise yesterday before that 3 p.m. deadline. So let's check in with Ken Holland on how he thought it went.
I can't make it up, so I only can deal with what is in the marketplace. So, I'm happy. In the last 2 days, we've acquired 2 second-round picks, one for Jensen, one for Nyquist. We got a third that could be a second if they go to the finals. We got a young defenseman, Bowey. You're adding that to the Tatar deal a year ago, which was a first, a second, and a third. So, at the end of the day, to rebuild, going with youth has got to be done through the draft. It's got to be done through multiple picks. And I think that we're trying to acquire multiple picks. Would I like to have acquired more picks? Yeah, I'd love to have acquired more picks. But like I said, the marketplace speaks.
So you heard GM there, Ken Holland, saying that he is generally happy with what the Red Wings acquired before the trade deadline. It's always sad to see a player like Gus Nyquist go, though. So fans are kind of, they're sad to see him go. But, Ken, what do you think about what we got in return for him?
Well, first and foremost, Daniella, I think Nyquist's going to fit in well with San Jose. And to me, they probably have the deepest forwards right now in the Western Conference, along with the Nashville Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights. I think he's really going to find a home in San Jose. And I think the second-round draft choice is fair compensation. And what I mean by that is that the Wings probably weren't going to sign Gustav Nyquist anyway, so you might as well get something for him. And a second-round pick is good, and that's because we're moving forward as far as the youth movement and rebuilding here in Detroit. So I think it was good for both teams.
And coupled with what we got for Tomas Tatar last year, we've got some second-round picks in this upcoming draft.
Yeah, we certainly do, and that's only going to help the team going forward. And one of the things that Ken Holland said yesterday to the media, Danielle, is the fact that he's building to the future, but he needs patience, and he wants fans to be patient because building in the future doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And he mentioned that you look at the Tampa Bay Lightning and some of the other teams that are really solid performing teams right now. It's taken a long, long time, and it takes years through the draft, and that's what the Red Wings are in right now.
Well, a guy that seems to be a part of this movement forward, Madison Bowey, making his debut tonight. A young defender that's going to be paired up with Trevor Daley. What do you think of that pairing?
I like the pairing and the fact that Trevor Daley's a veteran defenseman and Bowey is a rookie. He's 23 years old, and he's got some NHL experience with the Washington Capitals. Won a Stanley Cup with them a couple years or last year. And I like that veteran presence because it seems he can calm the youngsters down when they're in trouble, and he can cover up for their mistakes.
And we're really looking forward to seeing him on the ice tonight. There you can see a recap of the trade with Washington. They acquired Nick Jensen. We got Madison Bowey, so that's going to be fun to see him out on the ice tonight. And we got to start talking some Montreal Canadiens here because they are in a, they're ready to make a push for the playoffs. And as you talked about, not playing so well as of late.
Only 2 wins in their last 7 games, and right now 1 point into the playoffs. And right behind them are the red-hot Carolina Hurricanes. The Penguins are right behind them too. Sabres trying to make a push. Flyers on the outside trying to make their way up the ladder. So it's quite the race, but the Canadiens have to get things going. They went on a stretch a little bit earlier before winning just 2 out of their last 7, and they were playing some really good hockey, but they got to get it going, and they're hoping to get it going right now. The Red Wings are hoping to say, well, you know what, why don't you wait 1 more game?
Yeah, exactly. But 2 guys that they're going to need help with or to get those wins, Max Domi and Tomas Tatar, former Red Wing. It's always fun to see him coming back here, and he's playing great in Montreal.
He certainly is. 21 goals on the season for Tomas Tatar, and we know all about him from his days here in Detroit. Max Domi, he's been terrific too. 20 goals on the season, 34 assists, 54 points. They're 1-2 in scoring, and I like Montreal in the fact that they've got a good, solid blue line core. Jeff Petrie, he played 33 minutes and change in a game in November against the Washington Capitals, and he's one of those guys that can log a lot of ice time, and he takes a lot of shifts out there. And also Shea Weber, who's got a dangerous shot from the blue line, big, strong competitor, 97 power play goals in his career, always deadly when they have the man advantage.
And Ken, now I'm going to ask you, at the current state of the Red Wings, they're not exactly hungry for those points, for those wins, not really looking to make a playoff push. What is their mindset going into the rest of these games they have this season?
Well, obviously they do want to win, and they want to put their best foot forward. But with that said, I think you're going to see a lot of the youngsters get some more ice time than perhaps maybe they got in the past. And guys like Rasmussen will probably get a couple more shifts. And Zadina, we saw him in his first National Hockey League game. These are guys that management wants to take a look at to see where they're going to be in the future. And obviously they are the big future for the Red Wings down the road.
Exactly. So hopefully we're getting a little glimpse of the future here as we move forward into this season. And guys, you won't want to miss the Original Six matchup tonight. It's the Montreal Canadiens and the Red Wings right here at Little Caesars Arena. That puck drop is at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets. Guys, there aren't many home games left this season. You're going to want to get down here. But if you can't, you can catch the game live on Fox Sports Detroit, or you can tune into 97.1 and hear your very own Ken Kal on the call.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and it's going to be a good game tonight, always when Montreal comes to town.
It is. Thank you, Ken, and go Wings.